And look at Randy Orton slithering.
Oh, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out!
KO! Here's the cover.
Hey, what's up everyone? I hope everyone's doing well. Today we're going to be in the HWK 30. This game was actually supposed to come out last Sunday. However, there were some issues with the audio, and hopefully they're fixed now, obviously, with the last couple videos I put out. But we're looking at a game on Thieful Ridge, Team Destruction. So the spawns are a little different, and you can judge by the title of the video that we're actually going to be playing both spawns on this game. I know that sounds weird, but we'll get into that in a little bit. We're on the western spawn here, but more towards the south, and we're going to do the fairly standard thing I like to do when I get this variant, which is spot the ridge line up to my left. We'll get there in a second. I've had this game for a while now in the HWK 30. And I recently remarked it last Sunday, but the 3-mark game wasn't anything special. So unfortunately you're not going to see that. And yeah, but it wasn't too bad of a 3-mark. It was a lot easier than the Dragoon. It still took me a while because I wasn't going for it super determinedly. But yeah, did that last Sunday as well, in addition to the Dragoon 3-mark additionally. So we're going to do a fairly standard spot here. Usually the red teams push this pretty hard, and this spot kind of gives you the ability to spot where that ISM was and also where that T-71 is, while also giving you shots to the left occasionally as well. It's a fairly well-known area. It's nothing like super secret, but it's generally where I'll kind of patrol in a light tank as we spot the ISM. He's stocked, so we're going to slam one through his turret. Easy weak spot there, and he's going to be quickly out of the game because he's completely isolated and side on. So it makes it easy for us there. Why I say we're playing both spawns this game is because initially we're doing this, obviously, our own spawn. But as you can tell, and as I was discovering pretty early in this game, not even a little bit over a minute in, that they sent basically nobody here. As you see, I'm kind of trying to extend the view range as far as possible without pushing too far forward it. I'm just inching forward a little bit, just trying to be a little curious. And you can tell right now, I'm like, okay, there's nothing over here. That T-71 is probably booked out of here and is long gone. So now it's kind of our chance to maybe flank around them and see if we maybe can even pick up some of their stragglers that are coming out of base. As we see, most of the reds are spotted on the other side. Now, T-71 in the middle does spot us. Our first one into Scorpion G to hit his tracks because, you know, so he's not paying attention to us yet. But then we shoot him, and now we've got his attention. Now that we've done damage, and sure enough, he's looking over this way. T-71 is going to spot us, and we're going to play a little bit of chicken here, which isn't the best idea. We're spotted, the Scorpion G misses, and luckily that is good for us. This game's a little bit... There's some mistakes that I get away with, but there's one mistake at the end that we don't get away with, and we'll get to that. But you see now we're pushing a little further up, and now we're almost playing this variant almost in 3 ways, to be fair. At this point, like the standard battle, I'm not too keen on going where I go in the standard battle. You can look up the How I Scout This Map later if you want. It's the first one I ever did, but from this spawn. Now we're going up on the hill just because it's a little safer from that T-71. I can't get him a normal spot down there because of where that T-71 is right now. I would just be lit up and pretty much a pretty easy target for artillery. I'm going to boggle these shots on the T-71. I'm firing the HEP rounds, which at this point, when I recorded this game, I didn't really care for that much. I still kind of don't like them that much because they get me in trouble. I think, hey, I'm going to pen that and try to shoot people on the move, and then they get stuck in the tracks. Unfortunately, and you see we're just fluffing these shots on the T-71, and we're just going to give up on him and focus our attention on the T-69 in the back, who is busy shooting someone else, and we're able to actually connect one with him, which, you know, makes sense. But hopefully we can expedite this game a little quicker. Right now it's pretty even. It's been pretty even so far, but we know they're pushing very hard, as you can see there, and sure enough, we start losing tanks pretty quick there. So we pick up the spot on the T-20 the Super Pershing, along with a tank destroyer in the back, maybe a Scorpion G. I didn't quite catch that, but that probably would make sense. Excuse me. But now we're going to go into more of the traditional kind of area I'd like to spot on the normal variant of this map. And here we pick up the spot on the Super Pershing. He's crossing back for some reason. I don't really understand this play. We're at 306 meters, so he's going to spot us. The camo on this light tank isn't that great, unfortunately for us, so we're going to get spotted there. But yeah, playing more the traditional kind of role here, just trying to get some scouting done for our team. Light up the targets which we have. Nobody appears to be shooting them, so I'm just going to take the shot. You can see his engine's damage as the ISU, actually, as the PD that was back there, is picked up. The Scorpion G, I guess, is long gone, and sure enough, he's on the other side of the map now. And at this point, I'm starting to feel like, as my teammates signal fall back, I'm going to start playing this now more traditionally, as if we spawn where the red team spawned this game, if that makes sense. I can see that they're pushed through our spawn right now, the majority of their team, and we have people on our team set up where they would normally at the start of this match most of the time. So I'm going to play it like I would if I got the other spawn. So basically just going to fall back and use this hill where our Iron Rain is at to kind of extend our vision. Here we kind of miscalculate though a little bit on how close they really are as we get spotted in the field. I thought I had plenty more time to get up there without getting spotted. I was wrong. Completely misjudged that, and now we're just going to have to try to outmaneuver these guys and get a little lucky. Unfortunately, this tank is not the best at maneuvering very quickly. For a light tank, it kind of is pretty sluggish. I know it may look pretty fast still, but for a light tank, it's not that maneuverable for dipping and dodging and weaving and stuff like that. So I try to avoid doing that kind of thing in this tank. That's why I gotta try to limit how aggressive I am in it. That's kind of what I learned playing the Hawk 30, is I can't be circling tanks or being super like active scouting in it. It's more passive, even less so than say like the RU, which is kind of its equivalent. Obviously this is pretty much a prototype RU 251, or maybe Switch, but regardless. As we're getting pretty good vision here, we're at a pretty sweet spot right now. We're about 400 meters, a little bit plus, so I'm pretty reliant on my camo here. I'm pretty confident they're not going to spot me as we leave the Scorpion G on 1 hit point. Just unfortunate because it leaves a gun in the game, and we're not able to take that one off because of a dip in the terrain there, which we didn't really take it into account. But we get the next shot, as I'm very tired apparently. No, I'm not. But we pulled this game back just by a little bit of key positioning there, putting up a crossfire, which is really key if you want to, if you don't have many numbers compared to the enemy team, trying to draw them into that crossfire so you can put as many of your guns on them as possible. Seems fairly straightforward and simple, but it's really effective. As you see here, we're just going to chew through this Tiger 131, especially our Iron Rain, as he is just going to obliterate him basically with 3 shots, and he is gone. And then the Earthshaker also does the same mistake. He's sat out in the open, and I think this is a pretty good scenario of just overconfidence at this point with the enemy team. They probably thought they had the superior numbers. This game was in the bag, and they won. And they just started playing sloppily, and that played right into us. And our ambush, I guess you could say. I don't know if it's true teamwork as we try to take him out. Something to keep in mind here, though, is we're sitting still pretty long in the open, and they still have an arty, and that may come back to bite me in the butt in a second. Unfortunately, their Pershing takes out our Iron Rain. The Pershing's played fairly decent so far, but we're going to catch him out here a little bit, and our tracking shot means our teammate's able to put shots into him. That one bounces, unfortunately, and now I'm kind of biting off a little bit more than I can chew. Get another 9-pen on the Pershing, and now that's 3 shots, and we're gonna go for a 4th one, and sure enough, there's the square, and he hits us as well. So it's kind of a more general rule of thumb, I would say, is maybe from the same position you're spotting there's already in play, at the most fire 2 shots. If you pop up in a new position, I should say, like that, taking 4 shots in that same spot was super greedy. And we were just asking to get clicked on. As much as I hate to admit that, that was just pretty bad play right there, in terms of being way too predictable. And yeah, that was sloppy. But I'm just gonna leave the Pershing to my teammates. They're all in pretty good health. Um, he's an easy one-shot, so I'm not too concerned about them having any difficulty dealing with him. And I'm going to go hunt the artillery. Granted, I think our Type 59 is already on that, but unfortunately for him, he's going to get outplayed. Yeah, so we know where he's at, which is good for me. I know general consensus. I know he just fired, but the French already has a fairly quick reload on it, so he may be reloaded by the time we even get there. We have to take into account also I don't have good DPM right now, unless I high roll, which is very well, it's not highly unlikely. Actually, it's 320 alpha, as we don't high roll and leave him on 31 hit points with the HEP rounds. But it looks like he is still reloading. He's trying to run away into the ditch. He may be close to reloading, but he's not quite there yet. And we have a 12-second reload, so yeah, we can't really get the shot off to kill him there. And now I'm just going to try to stay at distance, hopefully, and get unspotted, so that I can come at a more unpredictable angle. And I think I'm just going to make him think that I'm just going to poke out, possibly. Unfortunately here, though, we go a little too high, trying to skirt. It's not quite high enough, but we still catch him off guard, and we're able to take him down for the final kill. To bring our damage total up to 4,400 and 3 kills, as well as 1,600 assists, which is not bad for that map. Pretty unique game, to be fair. Like I said, we basically had to switch our brain around and go, hey, how would I play this as the other side? And even maybe how would I play it as the standard variant. So kind of a walk through the many modes of Fateful Ridge real quick. At least Team Destruction, a little bit of standard battle. But yeah, we pulled out 1900 base XP, actually 4700 damage because we had a blind shot there. And overall, a pretty good game. A few minor issues, mistakes, but you know, we're all humans, so yeah. Decent game in the Tier 8 Premium German light tank. And I hope you guys enjoyed. And hopefully I'll put new videos out fairly consistently for the foreseeable future. Stay safe, everyone, and I will catch you next time. See ya.
Thank you.